Can you remember the first time you ever went hunting? I can. What a special time in my life. I'm Steve Greer. Welcome to Excalibur's Outdoor America. The first time I ever went legally hunting was 1979. Very special time. All the emotion, all the excitement. Well, today we have two former Major League Baseball stars, Barry Larkin, who spent 19 years with the Cincinnati Reds, and his good friend Joe Logan, who played for the Montreal Expos organization. Today, for the very first time, they're going hunting, and they're going after wild hogs in Florida. This is a special event, not only for them, but just to sit and watch.
After I retired, I thought, you know what? I fish, I play golf, I love the outdoors. Maybe some hunting is something that I'd like to try. You know, I'm here because I think it's, it's just a nice opportunity to go out and try something. Not really sure if that's exactly what I wanted to do before this trip, but after this trip, it's confirmed that I very much do enjoy hunting.
Barry Larkin is a very close and dear personal friend, and we were working out, training some guys back in Orlando, Florida, and he just, in between me throwing batting practice to some of these guys, he said, "Hey, Joe, you ever thought about going hunting?" And I've always been very adamant and quick to say no and flat out turn it down. But this time I said, hey, we're getting ready to go to Korea, so might as well try hunting a little bit,
And for the guys' first ever trip, they were hunting with Tom Walker of FloridaBowHunts.com.
When I first saw this guy, I'm saying, oh my God, what have we gotten ourselves into? But there again goes stereotypes or perceptions.
We pull up here and we see this guy. He's got a 12-inch gun on his side. He's got a machete here. He's got this bazooka gun somewhere else. He's got a cut-off sleeves, tattoos here, there, and the other. Couldn't be a nicer guy.
Introductions aside, it was time to sight in the Excalibur crossbows and get ready to hunt.
Come on, man, let's go. You first. Ha-ha! Damn.
We missed the bullseye, Joe.
You missed it.
I missed the bullseye.
Did you go for the crosshair?
See, that's like that hanging slider right there. That's like that hanging slider.
You missed it?
I just missed it a little bit, but it still went out. But I just missed it a little bit.
You caught did it foul ball or?
No, it was a home run, but it just wasn't. It wasn't up in the seats. It was just over the wall.
Oh, I'm all over this right here. All over it.
You did. Yes, you did. That's called stepping up right there.
That's right. That's that slide on the black. He thought it was a fastball and swung at it.
See,
fell
here's
down.
the picture. Talk about the slider on the black. I'm talking about the hanging slider. See, that's how it goes.
Come on, first shot. Damn it, way to hog. Let's go. I am the only guy out of everybody here that put it in that little black dot that's been there. So I'm going to tell you this, I'm not shooting the smallest hog. I'm getting me a big one.
Well, I'm just excited about it. I've never done it before. I know that rush that I get when I go out and I go fishing, and I get that top water lure and I get a hit on the top water, or I've been chasing the fish and I present it correctly and eventually I ends up catching the fish. But it's you can hook the fish, but you got to get the fish in the boat. So we're here. You guys have done all the heavy lifting for us. I'm now just looking forward to getting that fish in the boat and getting that hog today.
Are these guys fired up or what? I mean, it just floods back the memories for me of how excited I was to go out on that opening day, the first time for deer season. But Tom Walker decided before he'd turn them loose, he would show them a diagram of a pig so they knew the best shot to take. The most ethical and effective shot on a hog is a little different than some animals, so it was a good thing to plan ahead for success.
I like them quartering away a little bit, and then right in here with the angle, so the angle kind of goes like this, and you're hitting them back here, and then your exit hole's over on the other side by the front.
Time for a quick break, but when we come back, we'll see if Joe's target range precision carries over to the field, and the guys get introduced to an animal slightly bigger than the wild hog. That's all next on Excalibur's Outdoor America. Welcome back to Excalibur's Outdoor America. Now, just to catch you up a little bit, we're with two former Major League Baseball players, Barry Larkin and Joe Logan. They're on their first ever hunting excursion, and they're trying to track down wild hogs in Florida. So after some target practice and a course on making sure they can make the perfect shot as to where the vitals are on the hog, it's time to head out into the woods. But first, a Quick spray down with dead downwind to make sure that when they get into their tree stand, they are not detected and they get a chance for their first ever big game animal.
A changing weather pattern brought in lower temperatures, wind gusts, and a little bit of rain. That meant the hogs were staying in the bush until after dark. And Barry Larkin spent the first 2 days of his hunt sitting and waiting.
Baseball is a sport that's based on failure, so you have to learn how to deal with failure. But there are a lot of life skills that you learn from playing baseball that you learn from playing every sport. The discipline is a very important piece. And the fact that in baseball, you have to be disciplined, make sure you get a good pitch, you have to go through your routine, you have to do the things that you know what to do in order to be successful. I don't know exactly what those are yet in hunting, because once again, this is my first time. But certainly I can see some of the fundamental things that I have done to be successful at this particular point, as far as listening and following directions and being prepared. And actually strategizing.
On day 2, while Larkin was patiently waiting, the action for Joe Logan was just heating up.
I got him. Oh, let's sit down. Oh my God.
When he gave me the text that he shot one, I was actually happy that he shot one. I would have loved to have shot one as well, but I was absolutely happy that he shot one. I sent him a text back, that boy, he was like, it's red, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what'd he shoot, the Tasmanian devil or something up in here? Once again, no, I didn't even know there were red pigs or hogs or, but once again, it's an educational experience, and I feel like I'm kind of like a sponge. I'm taking in all this information. My success so far in this hunt has been simply because I've listened and I've applied some of the things that I've listened in order to put myself in a position to be successful.
Nice, man.
Dude, that's a nice shot.
I mean, you can't get any better than that.
No, that's awesome.
He's quartering away, wasn't he?
There was some definite ribbon going on, and it was special that we, came down together, because to be honest with you, I don't know who else would have gotten me to come out here and to do this, because like I said, I've got friends that have hunting leases in South Carolina, Orlando, Kissimmee, all around Ocala, and they've been trying to get me for years. The craziest thing I've done to this is snorkeling down in the Keys, and that was one of the guys who has the hunting lease who got me to do it. And I'm diving for lobsters at 12, 14 feet down with barracudas and sharks in the water.
The next day, the guys were still all smiles.
I got a rush that was second to none when I saw him, and when I finally got to the point of being able to pull the trigger, man, it was exciting.
Now, cleaning it is a different story, Tom. We're gonna leave that. We're not ready for that level yet, bro.
I still want to be a newbie, a virgin on that one. Can I stay a virgin on that one?
I think you ought to help.
Congratulations to Joe Logan on his first ever successful hunt. And what a way to start a wild hog in Florida. And boy, did the Excalibur perform. Now, Joe put the shot on that made the difference, but that Excalibur, the raw power is impressive. Tom Walker also has some other animals on his land, including Asiatic water buffalo. Now, he'd been considering killing one and donating it to a local food bank, but he thought, why not have Barry Larkin put that Excalibur to the test on an animal that weighs hundreds of pounds? So when we come back, a former Major League Baseball superstar goes up against an Asiatic water buffalo. It's only on Excalibur's Outdoor America.
Most hunters lead hectic lives, and finding time to plant food plots can be difficult. Delta Ag has made that a little easier.
At Delta Ag, we looked at the food plot industry, and I'm as guilty as anybody. Most hunters go out on a Saturday and they try to clip, disc, and fertilize, get it planted, and go to the house. If they don't get it done, the odds are they're going to be back the next Saturday. So the field work gets done not when conditions are right, but when time allows. Delta Ag has 3 products that are going to do these hunters the most good. Delta Ag Soil Solution is a product that's designed to be put out and dished into the soil to help aerate the soil and break down old crop residue, creating a healthier soil that holds more moisture and releases more nutrients for the growing crop. Soil is our greatest asset, and what happens underneath the soil surface, out of sight, is critical to healthy plant growth. Delta Ag Seed Coat is a dry powder that you simply sprinkle over the seed, stir it in, and plant your crop. The design is to help avoid the lag phase just after emergence, which is when it just sits there, susceptible to bad weather, insects, or disease. Simply put, we get more seed up, out of the ground, and growing with Delta Ag Seed Coat. Finally, Delta Ag Plant Power is applied as a foliar. After the crop comes up and starts growing, we spray over the top to boost root development, shoot growth, and fruiting. This helps to overcome stress like adverse weather or heavy foraging. Plant Power is a must when growing any type of garden or food plot, improving plant vigor and response to your fertilizers. So, it's Soil Solution, Seed Coat, and Plant Power. That's the 3 products that we focus on in the food plot and garden industry.
Welcome back to Excalibur's Outdoor America. We're hog hunting in Florida with Tom Walker of FloridaBowhunts.com with 2 former Major League Baseball stars. Now, Joe Logan's already in the win column with a beautiful feral red hog, but Barry Larkin's trying to join him with an Asiatic water buffalo. Now, you may think this is easy. It's not nearly as easy as you think, but it's a great way to show off the power of the Excalibur and a Muzzy broadhead.
They'll figure 8 you go around you. They'll give you a hard time with a bow and arrow or crossbow. It's extremely hard.
First, the guys tried stalking this group of water buffalo. Barry and Tom went one way, while Joe headed another.
What we're going to do, we got a wind straight from the north. We're going to try to circle around behind them in the palmettos and try to get in inside of 40 yards and see if we can't get a shot on one of them on the back side. And then hopefully, after hit, they'll run this way and go down more to the north in the open pasture. And then we can get a recovery vehicle in there to get them out.
That is amazing. Coming at you, it kind of startles you for a little bit.
I have, in a short amount of time, really established a great respect for hunting in itself, and a respect for the animals out there, and a respect for the equipment that is used to hunt the animals. You know, it's amazing. I thought I knew power before, you know, seeing a home run or seeing a Nolan Ryan 100-mile-an-hour fastball at my head. But that is nothing compared to the power of some of these animals and the power